but first, thanks for
Yes.
joining. Thanks for accepting our invitation to be our special guest speaker with us with Let's Talk
عزيز.
ERP and CRM عن جد طارق. So I'm gonna start our session today. رح أخبركم شوي أكثر عن الأجندة. So if you can just give me access سمحمد to share my screen and talk about the agenda that we'll cover today.
You have.
يلا okay. Hassan, do you speak Arabic? If we have mentioned something, do you speak Arabic?
No, I can speak English, Arabic,
Alright,
Perfect, no. Just
Yeah,
to follow the
okay.
Quran Sharif and others hadiths. As far as
Okay.
speaking is concerned, so no good in Arabic.
Okay, no worries, dear. So we're gonna start with the introduction for today. Then we will get to know more each other. With Mr. Tarek Bacha, he's our guest speaker for today. Here we will discuss how could CRM help entrepreneurship and small business scale, and what CRM hacks every entrepreneur should be using to grow their businesses. At the end of the session, we will leave it for Q&A questions. So, my pleasure to start the session now. Let me in brief summarize my intro. While running a successful small business is like having hundreds or thousands of friends you need to keep track of somehow. Don't rely on handwritten client notes that you can't even read. So instead, we have to check to use CRM solution that will help you to stay on the top of your client list. So the biggest challenge for small businesses is growth. By growth, I mean more exposure, more customers and employees, definitely more revenue. So, and while being in the process of this growth, the workflows and organizational process need to be streamlined within your business. And as we know, all the CRM solution will help in managing customers and potential customers to freeing up our time and energy to focus on growing our businesses. So is it the right time here to start using CRM solutions and to become the great value for our business? As for our session today, we're gonna discuss this point, and we can discuss the important or the benefit of using the CRM solutions for small and entrepreneurship businesses. How can CRM help them in growing their businesses, and the best hacks that we should be using while using these solutions. So we are lucky today to have with us Mr. Tarek El Bacha, the IT manager at A&S Cronora, with over 20 years of experience in technology, implementation, training, consultation, and professional development. He's also the Tablet Academy MENA managing partner, which support educational institutions to transform teaching and learning throughout integration of a new and existing technologies. So welcome again, Tarek. Would be our pleasure having you with us today. Actually, hi again. Dear, we have a common question we used to ask our guests. The first question, from your opinion, what do you mean by ERP and the CRM, and especially CRM as our main topic for today?
Okay. First, thank you for hosting me in this discussion.
Our pleasure.
Thank you for you and Mr. Muhammad. And the main issue, thing about CRM, it's to compile data. So for me, CRM is compiling data from different channels, like mobile, telephone communication, emails, or websites, or a live visit to our store. So CRM for me is the main interaction point with the customer. So I can collect data, then to use it in our reports or in our analysis next or in the future. Not only the current customer, old customer, new customer, or potential customer, they might be interested in our brand.
So nice. So, as our target today, we'll talk about the small businesses, as I said before. Then,
Yes.
is it what is the right time to start using CRM? Can we first know the reason why these small businesses need to use CRM?
Yes, the right timing is when we ask the question, who's our audience, who's our customer? So if
Mm-hmm.
I understood my customer, okay, then I can think about the type of CRM or which technology I need to use. Small business nowadays they are using different tools like مثلا, someone use Excel sheet, someone use
Mm-hmm.
Access to enter data, but they miss a point that they need to analyze this data after input data. We need the output. So CRM technology or CRM software help us in this manner. The time to put CRM in action on my small business is the time when I need to grow. So if I start my small business or as entrepreneurship, if I start my business, I need to start directly with CRM to enter data, to input my data, as I said, from different channels. So I can reach my information about the market, about the type of clients, about critical customer. يعني some clients are very critical for my business, so I need to follow up. I cannot follow up without software that like the CRM software. So CRM it's a basic need for me for follow up and tracking in sales or in marketing.
So I think
Definitely. So,
it has to be adopted from early stage. يعني اليوم small business برأيك الشخصي نصيحة إنه it has to be from day one to have data even if they are still not having lot of customers. مش إنه والله
Yes.
أنا بتذكر اليوم شو بيعمل كاستمر ما بجيب CRM بكرة بس بلش انسى بصير يجيب لي. من البداية is
Yes,
better to
sure.
have this logged, right?
هيدي هي النقطة الأساسية، لأنه إذا كل ما تأخرنا كل ما حيكون في عندي ايشيو
lost
بالريليتد لهالنقطة هيدي. يس
we will
حكون
lose the
خسرت I will lose market بهالناحية.
exactly. I totally
خصوصا
agree
إنه
with
بالسي ار ام لما نستخدم سي ار ام سمول بزنس we can compete with enterprise. ليش؟ لأنه we can automate بالنهاية.
exactly.
our work, so I don't need lots of effort بهالناحية إذا بلشت بكير، بس كل ما تأخرت حيكون في عندي مشاكل بالنهاية.
Exactly. It's very important to let يعني, the people that they will watch this session to know that if you start from day one having CRM, your CRM data, you can bring it whenever you change CRM. So you can bring, because all CRM solution now, they export data to Excel. The advantage of having data since day one, you will see the trends. يعني the last year, what was my sales this year, the difference,
Sure.
order, قد بلش how many orders I have, how many opportunities, the rate of converting opportunities to order, how this can leads to opportunities. It is very important to have data, to have numbers. Everybody's now is taking decisions based on numbers. So it's very important to have your numbers from day one. So you see as you are growing, the enhancement, the growth,
Yes.
كل الtrend that you are having.
بالإضافة يعني in addition لهالشغلة إنه ما بيأثر وقت معي مين الشخص الكاستمر كونتاكت with in my company. يعني نفترض نحن team of 5 مين ما تعمل كونتاكت all information حتكون متوفرة available.
It belongs to
yes.
the company.
ومحطوطة بلوكيشن we can access it, we can مثل ما قلت محمد إنه we can generate our report to take decision on عدة level يعني in many levels.
Yeah.
In addition بعد في شغلة واحدة بالنسبة للسمول كومباني اللي هي
just if you can take care يعني because Qasim is an English speaker, so that's just take into consideration.
كمان in addition to this support our feedback level of customer. Now we can take notes and feedback through into CRM حتى to follow up on our customer feedback. يعني ما بيكفي. It's not enough to sell and do marketing thing, but Plus, in addition, we can follow up مع الكلاينت تاعنا إذا كان الفيدباك negative or positive to
Yeah.
support them after sales.
And especially when you automate your process, so whenever you have any complaint coming from the customer,
Yes.
it can be escalated to different people. And this is, I think, the most important in CRM. The support will be better إذا بدك measured or followed up because of the CRM, because sometimes you might be busy. Sometimes you might get now, for example, you have a complaint from the customer, you are on a session. So this,
Yes.
if he is very angry, there is somebody needs to calm down the customer immediately. So he cannot wait 2 hours, 3 hours to get somebody in contact. The CRM will help in
Yes.
this, because whenever you have any big issue, it will escalate this to different people so they can take action in your absence. This is one of the examples that it's important. Also.
Yeah.
Yeah, I hear also I have to mention, if you have, we can take the opinion of yours, Mazen, Qasim, if you would like to share your ideas also with us, just unmute yourself and you can share with us your
When you
question.
start using CRM, or do you agree on that CRM must be used from day one, even if the business is small, they must be used CRM?
Can you hear me all?
Yeah, Qasim.
Yeah, Qasim, yeah.
Basically, I have a bit experience of using CRMs. I'm talking about the tool Salesforce.com.
Okay.
It's a
Okay.
tool
Very nice.
to use to integrate your concept. So CRM, as you're saying, for the small business, I'm afraid, I think basically if you know the concept, but you need a tool to utilize that. So in this way, if you go for the tool to implement your CRM, it's very costly, because the number of big CRMs as is in the market, like Microsoft, it has its own CRM, Salesforce.com, the cloud CRM, and other as well. So I'm afraid the small company from day one, it's very difficult to pitch the CRM. They need time. Most of the companies, they think they want to build themselves first to pitch the CRM. CRM is a good concept. That is a very good, healthy concept to pitch. But as far as the budget is concerned, so how can one pitch CRM without having a good amount in the pocket?
Yeah. Can I
So
just
sure.
in order to make it clear, because I'm totally with you, but the big CRM and big implementation of CRM, or this big investment in CRM, it will be very difficult from the beginning for companies. But you know now what is great now, that you have a lot of CRM free of charge for first three users, or free of charge until invoice amount. Let's say
Yes.
100,000. So you will find now in the market a lot of CRM solutions, very affordable. You can start free, and then you can grow out. And this is what
I would like to add over here.
Yeah, you
We
can
do
move your
have
data.
one thing I would like to add here. We may have this free CRM, but we need the quality, because as you have already mentioned, it's all about the sales.
Yeah.
And a lot of the organizations, they don't want to share their sales data. They don't want to keep it openly. They need some tight security pack to utilize their sales data themselves, not to let other utilize that data. So that's why they need a good tool to utilize the CRM, instead
Yeah,
of using,
important
like,
point.
I know one CRM like Udo. This is the name of the tool. It's open source, but a lot of companies are not preferring that because of the less trust on that. So this is my view on that.
Yeah.
So when it comes to free or low investment, they have to take into consideration security, or to be careful about the security. This is what you recommend, Qasim, right?
And one more thing, as CRM, basically, as you know, the sales. So companies should know about their first the hotspots. Like company know this. Let's say one medical company, they do have a lot of businesses, but they know their medical rep is there like they are working like a marketing agent as well. So they do want to keep their data more efficiently, so they can pitch the CRM on medical rep instead of the whole organization. First, I'm saying bit by bit. First, they pitch their CRM concept on the medical lab data to keep the data efficiently, to utilize them properly. And once they get success, they get mature, then they go more ahead to utilize the all concepts of CRMs and like that.
Okay.
Thank you, Qasim. Yeah, thanks. Thanks. I will get back to you, Tarek. I want you
Yeah.
to highlight actually the benefits of using CRM system for small and entrepreneurship businesses. And do they struggle to find the right CRM system?
Yes, regarding small business, yes, they are struggling to get, as Qasim said, they are
Yeah.
struggling because of budget, privacy, type of what type of software or brand is say to use for a small business. The main issue when using CRM is to ask the first question that I said. The Who is my customer is. So I will start with my customer because it's customer relation management. So I will start with my customer to identify my customer. Then I can build or I can imagine or review my software, what in different type of software in the market, in can Microsoft or other brand. So I can choose my CRM carefully, especially when I am talking about development my own CRM. Yeah, I will get CRM from the brand, from the market, cloud CRM, let's say, and I can customize it to fit my own view. So small business, they need to define, they need a on-premise CRM or cloud. If they need what type of device the CRM can work on. Yani, some CRM can work only on, for example, on as a web and mobile version or only web. So this question we need to ask ourselves before going to select or implement any CRM solution.
All right. So here, my question is the feature that we have to look into the CRM that we want to implement it for these small businesses. So we have to look into if it's web, mobile, as you said.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. Nowadays, we need to focus on the mobile CRM, not on only on desktop CRM or web CRM, because most of the sales will work mobile on market, so we can be fast to take information from our customer and etc.
Okay, dear.
Can I share one thing on the?
Muhammad, we can't hear you. Yes, Qasim,
there
yes.
is any recommendation that the features they start with, and I personally I will give you my opinion, but do you think, let's say you are a company that you would like to start now, so the best is to start with sales, marketing, service, which module or which feature that you can apply in the beginning of your consideration of that CRM?
Basically, we need the info to build our database. So we will start with the sales model as a contact information for our customer. Then we can go to marketing and support, feedback, and other model in CRM. So I can be focused on gathering information to enrich my database, so I can analyze and go to market then ready with my information.
Yeah, so I think this is very important that to start building your data, because now you start without having any customers. So when you start logging your contact accounts and start filling interaction, this is the beauty. You will see that this customer, since when it was the first connection. If you go now, you use, for example, last time I was checking my LinkedIn. When you have a connection, you know when was the first time you connected with this person. It's very important information. So to know that this relation, it started 10 years back, 3 years back, 4 years, and what was the interaction that you had with this person. It's really important. Even if they don't sell from you, it's good for the relationship. This is why it is relationship management. It's not about sales management or only. So it's a relationship management. So you might not do any sales or any business with the customer or with the contact, and have it in your database. So you bring this relationship inside your tools. And as Tara said, whenever you change the people who they interact with this contact, it will be the same because they have the full background. So it's very important when you start as a business to apply CRM, and you start by contact, by interaction, your visit, your meetings, your calls. It will take 5 minutes, 2, 3, 4, 5 minutes, but it will be very important later on to know that you called him 10 times, you send him email, he attended, let's say, this session. This is like a marketing activity. So these are very, very important information to log.
Yes. Right, especially when we gather information about activity like call, make call with them and email, so we can schedule this call and email that will not be repetitive each day or
totally.
in a mass, but it will be scheduled in way that the customer will be it's very relaxed, yes, with us. It will be very interactive with them.
Especially that as you in these good CRM now, you can put also the preferences. Let's say the customer prefer to have the contact in by email, morning time. He's English fluent, so you can dedicate or select the right person to be in contact with the customer. And this is the power, because the customer now is not expecting only regular service. He's expecting this plus, and this people, the customized is about like relationship. With him.
Yes.
Yeah, dude. Actually, I would like to take from you or to suggest for us the 5 maybe top CRM solution for starting or for small businesses in the world.
We have lots of CRM in the market, and most of them are very good. But what I need to recommend, it's the type of service that the CRM will give me. Like I said, if it's CRM, it's not only data storage. It's about insights. It's about reporting. So any application or any software will give me this reports or dashboard or insight. It will be good for us, especially if it's mobile. So we can say, مثلا, Microsoft now can offer, Microsoft CRM can offer per user account in cloud base. You can get a per user account. So if we are a small company, we don't have a big budget for this application. Like other company in the cloud, we can get 2 account, 3 account only to run our CRM. Also, I think Bittrex 24, we have Zoho for this. But each, in my experience, each business need to search for the specific feature that they need. As Qasim said, they might not have the budget to customize it, to develop it. So they need to search between this CRM for the best feature. And as Muhammad said before, we can export our data from any vendor to another vendor, from any CRM to another CRM. So it's very easy to do it. If we start right, it's very easy to us to do it.
Yes.
And personally, I can here best know is you have budget. أكيد Dynamics 365, the CRM part is one of the best. Salesforce is excellent.
Yes.
If you'd like to go into open source, personally, I know the Zoho I recommend, and the Odoo is both. They are excellent solutions, and they can start with. I know there will be, as Qasim said, there will be certain features less, or the security not done as Dynamics. For example, they take into consideration business units and security and all this, but they can start with as beginning and take care of the security by doing certain small customization on it. But I suggest that they always start with the CRM, and move on. If it was not suitable, then go move, but start to implement the concept of CRM inside the company, to log every interaction, to log every name of contact, to log every call, every meeting, pipeline, put goals, monitor your numbers. It's a very important culture inside the company.
Yes. So, so as I said before, Sinar, it's about the feature, not only the name, or the feature. So we need to go into deep in this application. Personally, I prefer Microsoft CRM because I work a lot on this application. But if someone need to select a CRM for his business, he need to go into the feature and see if he can customize it in future, and he can contact to other apps, because CRM alone will not give me the full solution. So I need to contact with with Office 365 or Gmail or what other application, online application. So I need to check this before I confirm or approve this using of this tool.
But I add, that's one recommendation before you continue, Sinar. And any company that they will hear or they see this video or the session, if they are in process of selecting a new CRM, they don't have CRM. And for me, I recommend that they they use any CRM to log their current activities until they find the right one and they implement it. And don't lose data just in the sake of waiting to get the right solution or to have the final solution properly implemented. You will lose a lot. It's going to be time consuming efforts and you will lose data. Use any CRM now. That go to Google, select what is the recommended CRM for this industry. You will see our free or open source. You will see a list. You can also get back to us if anybody has any question or you want any recommendation based on industry. Then go chase for the right proper solution that you will implement with the partner. But in the meantime, you will be logging all your info. You export it to CSV, Excel, and import it to your new CRM. So don't lose track. Always keep logging.
Yes. I don't know if Celine can join us. Celine, could you speak? I would like to take your opinion also here. She's within the field. Hi, Celine.
Hi, how are you?
I'm good. What about you, dear?
Thank you. I'm good.
I would like to take your opinion here also. When it is the right time to suggest, I know that you from your background, if you can tell us more about you.
Hi, I work with BPS. I'm a pre-sales. We work with Dynamic 365 mainly. I'm a pre-sales expert. Tell me, I was not expecting to get a question.
Yes. My question is, I know your background, so that's why I'm asking you. Actually, what is the right time? Do you recommend or you suggest the right time the client to start using, for example, Dynamic CRM?
Okay, I guess there is no right time. Whenever he has work to do, everyone has, from small and medium business to large enterprise, can find themselves in CRM applications, especially because we have the small and medium section for the sales professional, and for example, our customer service professional, and we have the enterprise section. So everyone who needs and he is growing in his enterprise and his work, he can use the CRM application. It's a large application that he can build all his data on it, and he can process with his work accordingly. So I guess from now, if you want a specific time, he can start with the applications.
Okay, thanks, Celine, for your answer. Actually, big pleasure having you with us also today.
Thank you.
Thanks. If you have to add anything else, feel free anytime. Actually, I would get back to Tarek. Here, I want to ask you, does the system enable self-service, as we were talking before? Maybe AI, can we talk here about AI? Can be integrated with AI, let me say, or it is
very important.
Yes. Most of the CRM now work with the AI, and the AI, or not only AI, even the workflow that we can customize for each task or request, it will benefit the small business, because any task will be time consuming. So if we build an artificial intelligence or workflow inside CRM, it will save time for us, so we can focus on other area of our customer. So it will benefit for us to implement like this solution inside CRM, especially workflow, artificial intelligence, like we were saying with Muhammad before about face recognition for our customer. It will save time for us to recognize our old customer. And let's say customer from 5 years, he bought from us something in our showroom. If he come back after 5 years, we will recognize him, system will recognize him automatically and will send us a notification about his status before 5 years, for example. So we go back. We will go back to the first steps. The gathering data is more important. Then we can add the workflow or artificial intelligence to benefit from this old data. So data will not be only text inside the fields and table. It will benefit us to if we use artificial intelligence to analyze data or to recognize some leads or a new customer or old customer.
I think I will add something here, even if you didn't ask me, Sinar, but I will allow myself. I think نحن إذا if you really try to analyze properly what happened in all our life for last 20 years, we were collecting a lot of data all time. So since the computer was included, so we start to log the information. Later on, we have data about every single action that we do. Even you agree or not, this is a spy that you have. Yes. You carry on all over the world, wherever you move. Okay, now once we start to have a lot of data, even in Windows, there is Cortana. It is a spy. And Google, they have their own spy. On Apple, they have their own spy. And allow me this, but they have the spy to monitor what you are doing. The CRM is somehow your business spy. So it will know all your activities. So when it comes to artificial intelligence, it will start analyze this data that you have. You logged from everywhere. You can be your interaction with customer. You could be the customer tweet, his review on Google, his Facebook post, because CRM now, they are connected with the social media account. So the AI, it comes here to use your data to give you intelligent decisions or action or guide you to the right direction. I think it's very, very important. Artificial intelligence in the coming 2 years, I think it's gonna be booming, especially that all big names, all big suppliers, they could collect in these last 3 months data that they could never collected in years to come, because they had us, all of us online. Everybody's at home, locked down and using internet online. So they could track all the behavior that you have online, let's say, in a very efficient way, and all these selfies and pictures that you took. So they have all information. Now it's time artificial intelligence to help humanity and business individuals to take the decision. I think the AI and the CRM, it will use this business data to give you right business decision. Maybe you don't have now this AI all available, but it will come quickly. So having your data available, it will help the AI to use it in the future. This is why, as we said from the beginning, have your data from the beginning available, because you will use them few months. And from, as Tarek said, in the face recognition, it was something very strong, complex in the beginning. Now it becomes easy. So and maybe in 2-3 months, 6 months, it's more easy for us. So
sure,
this AI is gonna make our business and life simple. They were gonna be another complex issues to search, but part of our business is gonna be more easy with this AI. I don't know if you agree.
Oh,
Y-
yeah.
Scenario, you don't agree, Hassan. Don't agree.
Yeah. So that I'm just waiting. I thought Tarek wanna say something. Actually, Tarek, here, how can we adapt you while using this CRM? How to monitor ourselves to adapt using CRM actually as a business owner or startup actually.
صح. It's not يعني كيف اليوم كثير السيلز مان اكثر شيء they tell you oh, I don't want to log data او الاونر.
Yes.
Yeah.
So how
Yes.
you force or you إذا بدك تقنعه or you have to convince this person to log this data on CRM.
Really, I face this issue each time when we have a salesperson coming into our team. So to convince him to use the CRM application to input his data and log his information, because each salesman think this information is personal gathering or personal info for him.
Yes, person.
So no one can share it with him. The main point I success in it to convince them all when I generate the reports from 2004
The outcome.
until now. So they can see all info, okay, with the missing part. So the missing part are their resistance of change. The missing part of information they didn't log in our system. So when they see, I use a map chart for our customer. I let them see the distribution, geographic distribution of our customer in Lebanon and outside Lebanon. So they are convinced now to log more information so they can have their own reports and the dashboard to see when they can follow up with whom they need to talk and communicate. Also, at the end, at the end of this, we can push regarding marketing when we do the right marketing based on the right logging or data tracking from sales. We can do a good decision regarding the marketing side, so we can get more sales for them, more clients for them. So no one can play alone in the team. We need to put all the model together to get better results.
Exactly, and I think that's the benefits. If the human being, everybody is always affected with the benefits. So you don't do or you don't you are not convinced to use anything if you don't see the benefits of this from the beginning. So convincing or showing the users from the beginning that you are going to gain this, you are going to have these benefits because of using CRM will encourage them or motivate them to use CRM. Otherwise, it will be for them additional time to log information. And I've been implementing this 20 years. The objection of users is a headache for them. It's additional task.
Yes.
They want to focus on selling. They don't want to be interrupted with the entering data or so. As much as we make it easy to log their information by integrate with mobile, so when they have a call, automatically the system will put the call, you just put the description. As much as we facilitate this process, it will also convince them more. And if they can see from the beginning what are the benefits that Tarek showed, that analysis and reports and dashboard, it will convince them from the beginning. Otherwise, they have to wait to work for 2-3 months without being convinced by force, and then see the benefits. And personally, I recommend also, I suggest for all top management in the beginning to give incentives for the people using CRM or to stop all benefits and make it only for when the activity or actions are logged inside CRM. So they don't pay commission for a sales order not logged inside CRM. This will help to have everybody convinced to work on CRM, to have this mechanism all on one process. Then for a marketing, it is very essential to know that, guys, when you do marketing activities, the old methodology, it was to do marketing to everybody, send SMS to all our database. Okay, what CRM can help in this, in a very simple equation, when you target or you segment your leads or contacts on a benefits or on industry or on language. So whenever you want to send any marketing activities, you will shorten your list. So you send, for example, your French message to only customer interested in French and sports, to sports category that they speak French. So whenever in place of sending 1,000 SMS and 900 will not be read by people, they are English educated, they received French, to send 100 message to French people and 900 message to English people. This will gain, the return of this is much better. So this is why it's very important to log, to have a 360-degree view of your customer. It will have a much better impact on reducing costs and enhancing everything from sales, from marketing.
Definitely, we are selecting the persona for every customer, so that's why we have to go through and go into a segmentation part. You agree, Tarek, with us here? So we have to make this segmentation while targeting people, while marketing from marketing perspective here. So actually, I think it's something I'm gonna ask you about. It's the CRM hacks every entrepreneur should be using. So what you can recommend the hacks here?
In these days, the main focus is on multimedia, like photos, video, voice recording. So we can use the new feature of CRMs. If I'm using my mobile, for example, so I can add photos for a product, my items, videos, or voice recording, and to collect, let's say, dynamic data on the go. It's not only text. So I can put voice recording for myself about special notes for my customer. So in the future, I can remember what happened and what I need to talk with him. I can use the real-time updates inside CRM. So if I'm using the mobile app, so I can insert my text. Let's say if I'm in the car, I can use speech recognition. So I can fill the fields inside some of the application support this feature. Also, the main issue to manage my business. So if I need to manage my business, I need to manage it anywhere and anytime. So I am very focusing on cloud application. So I can use my application anywhere if I need to retrieve data or to input my data. Also, workflow and task. I can do my task. I can combine task and services for using CRM. So I can put tasks for all my team so they can follow up for this week. This hacks can help us save time, can help us focus on some informations, and also I can as a sales manager, I can follow up with all my teams using the dashboard of my CRM.
Very interesting what you are saying. And I have here a question for Sinar. بالعكس بدنا نمشي اليوم لأنه Sinar, you are too much involved in CRM. When you are teaching students in CRM and you know this importance, do you think what they are lacking? يعني اليوم this is CRM, as it's known as customer relationship management. It is the most important solution targeting customers. يعني اليوم إذا you know everybody's just to try to analyze this, that the customer أنت money comes from customers. So أنت you have a proper solution targeting your customers. So what did you find when teaching and training all these users, what they lack, and they don't know the importance of CRM, they don't know what is CRM, or they don't want to, or they consider it cheap. بس بدك تعمل ايه؟ You have to unmute. Yeah, I'm muted. Yeah, okay.
Sorry. First part, actually, I visit. They don't know actually what is CRM, or if it is. There is a system called CRM. What do you mean by CRM? It is available, reachable. This is a solution. They don't know actually about CRM totally, and then they don't know the importance of using CRM, and they don't know actually how to use it.
Who will use
track
it?
or
Exactly.
logging.
Which role?
Yes, and the logging part, the importance of entering their data. So here the main issue actually. Okay.
I think it's very important. I'm taking feedback from the people, that the students and universities and the consultant. Tarek, you are very well connected lately with educational sector. أنا عتبي هون ما بعرف how we say it in English to get the custom. That I feel sometimes that our educational sector is how to say مقصر here. They are not properly acting toward this. They have. So what can you tell us, Tarek, why educational sector, universities, even schools, they still don't make or don't consider CRM as a must or as a course that they must teach everybody how to deal with customer, how to the customer, يا جماعة, and everything in your life, you need to have this relation with customer. Everybody will face a customer, even if you will be an artist and you will sell your all your you have this customer relationship to build. So why they don't include this, or why you
the main issue in education sector that the connection with the business market. يعني بالeducation خصوصا بالhigh education, they need to be connected directly to the market. So they need to test and know more information what market need, especially in the section of sales, marketing, and like this models. The main issue with the universities, they have the definitions of things, but they don't contact to tools. They don't see the tools as a necessity for everyone. So they only give the students information about the definition of CRM, let's say, the definition of the ERP. But they don't. Yes, when students go to the market as an employee now, or being as a manager, they will not have the new feature and the new technology used in this field. Our approach in the education sector, when we contact with the university, we approach them to add this layers, technology layers for this education sections as a lab section for them, as a lab course.
انت you are targeting only technology courses, technology is like majors, right?
Yes, not only technology. We are targeting all major regarding technology, يعني education, technology and education, accounting and technology. For example, like مثلا in some university we ask for courses or presentation or labs to test some Microsoft CRM and ERP, so they can prepare for the market, especially for the graduate student to have test the softwares. And some company like Microsoft, for example, they have a program for this for university.
Yeah, exactly.
So they can then link their softwares or application and solution to the but the main set of university, that when we say technology, it's only the IT and computer science people, not the management and finance and the other people. And this is a big problem with the education. So we need to contact technology with all major, not only the IT or computer science major.
And I believe that dentists need CRM.
Yes, sure.
Engineers, they need CRM. They have this concept that they must build a relationship with the customer. The customer is not anymore is a one deal or dollar sign. It is a relationship. It is like friends, like brother, like it is a new role. You have a customer in your life that you must take care of. Ask about him to see when was your last call that you did to ask about this customer, why he didn't show up in the last months, because he used to buy from you every week. So you must know, take care. Maybe he's sick. You have to contact him. So it's relationship.
Even on the level of project management, CRM will facilitate my the feedback, the positive and negative notes on the customer, from the customer to us. This relation, this database will give us a good insight for future planning for our company and for our project.
Exactly. And Tarek, and I would like to highlight something, that there is a lot of case you lose customer and you don't know, or you don't remark this because you are busy, or you have a lot of customers. You lost, let's say 2 or 3 of them because of sometimes problem with respect, sometimes with follow-up, with delivery or service, or sometimes with delivery people that they go to the customer, they might work wrongly. So if you don't have a solution that will put your remarks, guys, you lost this customer because he used to do orders, he stopped at this date. So you will not be able to recognize that you lost him. And all statistics, all studies all over the world, if you handle a bad action with the customer properly, you will gain this customer for the rest of life.
Yes.
If you don't react, you will lose him, and you will have a bad marketer in the market for free. And you will have a person who will talk about your company all the coming years. So it's always better to solve a bad action with the customer, or a problem with the customer, and CRM will help you much, especially if you are busy, especially if you have a lot of customers, especially if your customers are managed with different account manager or sales people. So it's very important. So I agree, and I think this is what we highlight today, that the CRM, it has to start with the company, from startups and small companies. One question, Tarek, is أنت اليوم you are a startup and you have this budget constraint, and so you have in the front of you a lot of things that you would like to pay as expenses. You CRM as priority, you think, in your opinion, this is a personal opinion, CRM as a priority for startups, it goes where? Because you have business experience, you have education experience, training experience, and you know this as a consultant, so you know you can give them advice for owners of
on range of 10, I can put it at at 4 or 3. As CRM will gather all my information. I repeat, if I can gather my information in Excel sheet, I can use it, but I cannot generate a proper report using this Excel sheet. In CRM, we can talk about budget, about type of CRM. We can talk about, but if I need to put it in important point, it will be the third point that it will be, or fourth point that will be concerning me to start with, because
3 or 4 is high priority. أنا شوية فهمت.
Yes. High priority.
It's like the third most important topic
thing that I need to focus on in my business.
I agree. لكن بدي أقول لك أنا بخالفك الرأي.
Especially if we are talking education. Education needs CRM to track also student and parents and relation with this using CRM in education, not as education course, but as a tools to use in education to be useful to track a student and achievement and other thing with parent also. It will be very beneficial.
Exactly, and I think it's very important, and the priority it's very important from the beginning to have the CRM. I know the budget it might differ, so I suggest that they go
Yes.
into free CRM or very low cost CRM in the beginning, because they will learn much of it, so they can consider big names later once the system once they are more much أكتر من startup. And they finish the startup mode and they start to be mature business, they can go into paid CRM. But there is a lot of CRM that they can start with and learn the importance of CRM. Once they will feel this importance of CRM, they will never be able to work in their life without having CRM. So once somebody know the importance of CRM, he cannot anymore work without any CRM. This is why it's very important to feel it and to try it and to check it, and so they know the importance of. And I think our duty here, Tarek, I think all of us who has some influence in the business and in social media, to spread the word about CRM and the importance of CRM. And I think Lebanese in this period, especially.
Yes, we have here with us from the local sector also CRM. So we have to Rabia is from our local. Yes, so we have also to focus on our local CRM and ERP solutions list.
I think to help much Lebanese in this tough economy and all over the world in this tough period, it's an opposite as they might consider. CRM, it will be more and more needed in such stuff to analyze their data, to know more better what is the situation. ربيع كان فيك شوي إذا ما بعرف إذا بتحب أو فينا نأجلها لمرة تانية، بس نحن حابين نعطي to give a space to all Lebanese CRM and ERP to talk in any session about their product, to market their features, to talk more about their products as a space to people that they will attend and they will watch the video to know more about this Lebanese product, this the power. So إذا سمعتنا فينا next time بركي please if you can tell us or you can send us something about your CRM and we will be glad to share it. I think you unmuted yourself. Can you tell us شوي?
Yeah, thank
you.
Why not? We will talk about this later. Maybe we can.
So شو اسمه CRM؟ شو اسمه CRM تاعتكم؟
Yeah.
Sorry.
What is the name of the CRM that you?
Okay. Already, Mr. Haddad last week. Okay, have spoke about our product.
Yeah. Okay, so
okay.
It's
we
inside
have
ERP. Okay.
ERP.
Yeah. It's great. Now we have a lot of Tarek. We have honestly a lot of CRM solution Lebanon that we can feel proud of. We lack some marketing. We lack some face maybe on our I don't know if it is capability or ability to sell these all over the world. We need to work. Everybody's, I think, from all consultant and companies and many government itself to support this to be a source of production. نحن عندنا production of business solution can bring the country $millions of guys بدون مصانع. They can start immediately. I hope they will consider this sooner and it will be a good chance for us. ربيع.
I would like.
Sorry, أنا بس بدي أتشكرك طارق. I will leave at the end Sinar to talk. Thank you for sharing your experience from trainer, educational, customer and إذا بدك حتى entrepreneur perspective. You are a friend عزيز and always welcome to attend with us all our coming future session and give us your opinion, to participate. It was one of the nice and very fruitful, informative session. Thank you all for your.
Thank you, Muhammad.
Sinar, thank you for your contribution and make this a great session every 2 weeks. احنا عملناها هلا مشان to have better management. So I will leave.
Yes. Thank you, Muhammad. Thanks a lot. Thanks for all the attendees. Thanks, Tarek, again. Actually, I'm looking forward to see you, inshallah, the coming Let's Talk ERP and CRM session.
Sure.
Actually مثل ما بنقول دايما stay safe, stay healthy, and don't stop learning يا رفيق Tarek. So have a good day, dear all. Wish you a great day.
Keep talking CRM and ERP.
Thank you.
Sinar, keep your all. Tarek, keep all your best. Great work all over Lebanon abroad.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.